Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are, and you are now listening to OZ and the Freak Talk Geek, the premier geek podcast. I'm OZ.
And I'm the freak. And this is a Week in Geek 9, I think, right? A Week in Geek 9?
I don't know. We'll have to
I'm
look
pretty
it up.
sure. Yeah. Apparently, we've been doing this for a minute. We don't even know what episode we're on.
This is going to be a less formal one. We're not even doing video this week. We
Courtesy
just
of
want
me. Courtesy of me,
No, it's
because
okay.
I kind of feel like shit this week, which is why we have the late episode to begin with. I'll take full responsibility for that.
No. We're also ill prepared on my end too. I could have got a lot more news stuff going on. I was just so overwhelmed with all the stuff that came out.
You mean there's actual news outside of Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, there's this thing called San Diego Comic Con that kind of dropped a lot of hot bombs on
Ah,
us.
where do you think I think we're getting half of our shit from tonight?
Right, which is a little, that was it last week?
Yeah.
So I mean, even that is going to be a little bit older news that we got coming out of there. Some of the
Hmm.
hot topics we're talking about, really, we're just going to try to, instead of giving you the news, just kind of relaying our opinions on it. So we'll run through some topics and go from there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The big news that came out of San Diego Comic Con was towards the end of the Comic Con itself, with Robert Downey Jr. was confirmed to play Doctor Doom in the two renamed Avengers movies, Avengers Doomsday coming out in May 2026, and Avengers Secret War May 2027, helmed by the Russo brothers.
Okay. So we've kind of had our own little private conversation about this roughly.
Roughly.
As far as did it, kind of curious how they're pulling this shit together, because I know a lot of people out there who who haven't read a lot of the comic books. They're like, I don't get it. He was Iron Man, now he's Doctor Doom. This doesn't make sense. Couldn't they find a better actor? Okay, well,
There
so
is no better actor than Robert Downey Jr.
eh, debatable. He's great, but yeah. So, anyways, a lot of people are thinking, and I've seen this on several different pages on Facebook. I've seen a few Reddit posts where people are just saying they're running out of actors to use. They're just using Robert Downey Jr. again. And so just so we can clear the air there was actual comics, Doomsday and Secret Wars, both were actual real comic series that actually happened. So one of these comic series takes place in the multiverse again, in which Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark went to college together. I think it was. Where they did their studies, they did a whole bunch of work together, and then afterwards, Victor Von Doom actually created like a machine, I believe, that literally swapped the minds of the two of them. In which Tony Stark's mind went into Victor Von Doom, and Victor Von Doom's mind went into Tony Stark. And Tony Stark in that universe, who is Victor Von Doom, became Doctor Doom, in which it looked like an Iron Man version of Doctor Doom. And they were talking about like swapping back, in which Tony Stark, who is Victor Von Doom, was like, nah, I kind of like this, and he stuck it out and he stayed with it.
Right.
And
I have a
that's
feeling we're going to probably go more along the lines of him being a variant.
okay.
It's just with everything else that's happened with the multiverse, and even with this big uptick that we've had in popularity due to Deadpool and Wolverine,
Uh-huh.
I think that we're going to be getting a variant. I think Victor Von Doom's going to show up on Universe 616. He's going
Okay,
to take off his mask, and
what's a variant?
Variant is okay. So the different branches of the multiverse, insofar as the MCU is concerned, there's the sacred timeline, and it goes from beginning to end,
Hmm.
and it branches off to different timelines, different universes, and each one has their own world, their own history, their own thing.
Hmm.
If you watched any of the Loki series, you would be familiar with this.
Hmm.
Um, and even they even showed it about it on with the TVA in the latest Deadpool movie.
Hmm.
So I have a feeling that he is actually a variant, a Victor Von Doom from another place in the multiverse
Hmm.
that just happens to look like Tony Storm. Or not Tony Storm, Tony uh,
Tony Stark.
Stark. Tony Stark.
Which essentially could be my story, the storyline that I proposed as well.
Yeah, it's an alternate universe.
It's an alternate universe. I mean, that would be a variant.
Yeah, that would immediately make them a variant
Yeah.
insofar as
Okay.
the primary timeline.
So I'm kind of hoping that that's what we're getting here, and they're not just
Right.
being cheap with it.
Yeah, no.
Because
this is all multiverse, and this is even going to play into
the Secret Wars.
Secret Wars,
Correct.
with Beyonder pulling everybody together, and Victor Von Doom, saying "fuck it, I'm only going to have one. We're only going to have one universe."
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to be a big, huge. I don't know.
And then Franklin Richards steps in, and he's just like, "No, we've done this before. We're
They're going to trim a lot of branches on the Sacred Timeline. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But
there's so much you could do with this.
It's happened in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
He's, hell, there's even I think an action figure of it too, already from Marvel Legends.
There is actually, and because remember the other day we had a discussion where I was talking about collecting possible gods.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually went ahead and bought my first technical god.
Yeah.
God Doctor Doom, or God level Doctor Doom.
Oh, the white cloaked one.
Yeah, the white cloaked one. He's got Thanos's spine, and I saw that and I was like, oh, I didn't know they made a toy of that. I have to, and the toy literally has the spine and the skull of Thanos, and I'm like, oh, I've got to have that. Okay, so for those of you just curious what the hell we're talking about, Google this. Google Doctor Doom kills Thanos. Just Google it, and then check out what you find. Let us know what you think about that. Pretty awesome stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so moving on from our DJ.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, so the Russo brothers are back, and that was part of RDJ's, I think, part of his thing is, I'm going to come back, I need to come back with this, and the Russo brothers need to be directing me.
Yeah.
So we're looking to see him show up in Fantastic Four,
obviously.
Which got a name, Fantastic Four First Steps.
First Steps?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, other than Doomsday and Secret Wars, we don't know where else they'll pop up, or what part of his contract, or how many outings he has as part of his contract.
Did they mention anything? Did we have any cast or anything like that for the Fantastic Four? Are we?
Yeah, we have. We have a cast for Fantastic Four. That's been out for a while.
Who do we have? Who's Johnny Storm?
I don't know him. I don't know. I'm not familiar with him. I didn't write it down. I don't have this in front of me.
Okay.
I do know that Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic. Which he looks. They showed like a kind of what this is going to look like kind of video thing.
Pedro Pascal's awesome, dude. Pedro Pascal is awesome. I love the dude. Yeah. He's hilarious. I really wanted to see more John Krasinski.
Yeah, no.
Like we got a glimpse. He looked great, and I'm a big John Krasinski fan, and I would have liked to see more.
I think that was just a little fan service cameo, kind of like what they did in Deadpool.
Yeah.
With yeah.
A lot of people, but we're not going into that until later this week. Later this week, we're going to have a lot of spoilers.
Spoilers ahoy for our Deadpool episode coming next week.
Shit. Thank you, wife.
Let's see what else came out. Penguin HBO Max series is premiering September 19th with Colin Farrell as the Penguin, which is a sequel series to Robert Pattinson's The Batman.
I just want to say, and Danny DeVito even agrees.
Yeah,
You know this because you've
yeah,
seen
that's
it.
what just saying it.
Danny DeVito, way better Penguin.
Way better Penguin. But I will withhold, uh, my opinions on it when I see the show. He was okay in the Batman movie. The Batman movie itself suffered from, well, it just suffered. Um,
Are you talking about the Batman?
the Batman.
Oh God, it was so horrible.
Believe me, we all suffered. Uh, and Colin Farrell's Penguin wasn't bad, so I want to see what he comes like, how he becomes a bigger villain in Batman's world. So that's what I think what the series is going to be getting into, and it'll lead right into the Batman movie. So anyway, but it's due to premiere September 19th, and with it being on Max, I think it's going to be a weekly thing, not just a drop it and go the whole
Uh-huh.
season. I think they're gonna week to week drop the episodes. So we'll see how that plays out. I still gotta catch up on House of Dragons before I can start another HBO show.
Yeah, I we watched season one.
Mm-hmm.
I meant like of
Game of
shit,
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, we've only watched season one of Game of Thrones. That's how far behind we are.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Yikes!
All I know
Uh,
is you had a kid was thrown out a window, and dude was banging his sister,
yeah,
and Boromir got killed again.
yep, yep.
That's really all I know. Oh, and some kids got some dogs.
Wolves, dire wolves.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
That's
I mean,
I mean,
I
I
mean,
saw that and I was just like, I don't know. I just don't know if I can get into
I'm
this.
catching up on The Walking Dead now, so I think maybe you could take some time and catch up on Game of Thrones.
We'll work on it.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna twist your arm. And I really hated the female lead in House of Dragons. So I'm like kind of like, I don't know if I want to dip back into it.
Yeah.
But Matt Smith was amazing in it. Okay, so back to DC news.
He is
Uh,
just such a goofy bastard.
yeah.
Like looking.
Oh yeah. Back to DC news. Bruce Timm
Boo.
of Batman Animated Series fame, his new Batman Cape Crusader show has been released, and Bruce Timm has described it more as a less as a year one, more like a week two Batman. So we're getting a really young Batman in the cowl, in a different,
Okay.
overall different animated universe. This
Mhm.
one also includes, speaking of Penguin, um, they have made Penguin a woman, and she is voiced by Minnie Driver of Good Will Hunting and Grosse Point Blank fame.
Nice.
Right. I haven't watched any of the series yet. This is another
Uh-huh.
thing to watch. Um, it look from what I've seen visually, it looks like Batman the Animated Series. So
Okay.
I'm happy about seeing that art style in there. There's just the changes to what we've seen already. As long as like the fanboys aren't too beholden to original Batman the Animated Series, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. It
Okay.
looks really good.
All right. I'm intrigued.
Let's see. Oh, starting this week, for anybody who's got kids or kids of a particular age,
Mhm.
Yo Gabba Gabba has been rebooted into Yo Gabba Gabba Land starting August 9th on Apple Plus.
Was that like the big yellow frog?
No, that
What was
was Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah, Gullah Gullah Island. What's Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yo Gabba Gabba is like it was a kids show, and it had a lot of West Coast punk influences, with like the Aquabats and Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo doing a lot of the music in it. And it's about these creatures that are animated toys of this DJ. And it's a really fun show, really colorful show, really awesome music, especially like uh, for the parents that can also enjoy it as well. Um, and it's a fantastic show. It's kind of punk rock. So if you got kids, or if you don't mind, like watching some kids, level entertainment, it's kind of fun. So they're getting a reboot series to kind of expand the universe of Yo Gabba Gabba. They've got a new host, um, and it looks really good. It looks great. This show was fun. My kids loved it. I loved it. I'm going to show it to my grandkids, and just keep on going. It's a good show.
I just want to point out that the one green guy with the orange things on his head, he kind of looks like the shirt from the guy from Blue's Clues.
Yeah, yeah, basic color pattern palette.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
I'm
can't
just
remember
look.
what
I'm
the
just looking
character's
up
name
the
is.
image. I'm just looking up the images and everything right now, and all I can
There's
say is, if I
there's
did drugs,
Muno.
this would be interesting.
Oh yeah, there's Muno, the Cyclops. There's
Plex,
Broby, Plex the robot.
2D. Yeah,
Two
Broby. That's the one that
Broby.
looks. Broby's the one that looks like he could. He looks like the dude from Blue's Clues.
hmm
Okay,
It's a fun show.
I have
There's
never
some
heard of
rad
that show
music on
before.
there. If you get a chance to look up some of the musical guests that have been on there and
Uh
check
huh.
out their stuff, it's really fun.
All right, I might fucks with it.
Let's see what else.
So,
Oh, you got something?
well, I got a few things. Um, going all crazy over here. Uh, um, in comic book news,
Mm.
got a couple of things coming out in comic book news. One of them I'm pretty excited about. I haven't read too much into it yet. Um, but what I read immediately caught my attention.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Couple of words here. Okay.
Hit me.
Dark Horse,
Okay.
Tom Hardy,
Okay.
Scott Snyder,
Mm.
Arcbound.
What is that?
Tom Hardy's currently working on his first comic book project and series titled Arcbound, which he's developing with Scott Snyder,
Yeah.
Frank Thierry, art from Ryan Smallman, and colors from Frank William. Um, it's it's a weird futuristic um, comic book that I've only read a very little bit about. I can read this here for you real
Give
quick.
me a
It's
synopsis. Give me a hook.
Zynatech harnesses the unmatched energy of chromium to assert its dominion across the stars. When Kai, a rising star mediator in Zynatech's army, gets an unexplained message from a mysterious entity, everything he believes is thrown into question, leaving him to explore what truly means to be human in a world where the boundaries of technology and identity blur. And I was
Hmm.
like, all right, all right. I'm curious. I'm interested. Um, that's all the information I've gotten from it so far. The art looks real amazing. I could share it with you, but I know that everybody at home can't really see this right now.
Oh, maybe we could put up a post on some of the art on our social media feeds.
Yeah,
Um.
I would love to do that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Get a look at that.
Huh. I'm getting Dune vibes.
Okay, okay, especially with this guy back here, pretty boy.
No, actually, Homeboy in the front looks like
Oh,
Oscar
really?
Isaacs in the new movie.
Okay.
Um. Huh. I'm
And
not mad at it.
then and then from Marvel Comics, we are getting a Alien Romulus prequel story from Marvel Comics, which is really cool because I kind of like it when they do these things, these comics, of the films and like prequels of, especially with Aliens. Aliens has a storyline that just kind of fucking bounces around. You don't know what the
Hmm.
hell's happening without having to go out there and Google everything.
Right.
So I don't even know what sets up Romulus. Which we are getting a storyline
For,
from Marvel Comics.
so, from what I understand, Romulus takes place between Alien and Aliens.
Yeah, it's Alien 1.5.
So it's on that planet that's being terraformed that they go and clean out
Mm-hmm.
all the aliens from in Aliens.
Yeah,
So
where they already started terraforming it and everything. Yeah,
and yeah, and I think the aliens are going to be going after children. So there's going to be a lot of kids getting slaughtered.
I'm okay with that.
Me too. All good.
Um, yeah, but yeah, so that's actually pretty cool. And one last thing in comics too that is pretty new.
Hmm.
Deadpool, the movie we're not going to talk about, but Deadpool the comic is free game. Um, Marvel Comics said to kill Deadpool and be replaced by his daughter, Ellie.
Right. This is going to be in Deadpool #6. Ellie's taking over.
Uh-huh. Which 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 kind of this situation has already happened. And actually this is said to continue in Deadpool 7, I think. Or at least from what I'm reading here.
Right.
Um, but yeah. So
I don't. When did
one of
they
the
have a kid?
oh, I don't know. I don't know, dude. There's so many. But a lot of this all has to do based around a new character that they called Death Grip, um, which is basically just badass at killing unkillable people, apparently.
I like that
And
name. That's a good name. Death Grip.
Death Grip, which is interesting because in one of the stories that I read before, Deadpool actually died with his daughter Ellie. Of course, this could be, in the way distant future because they're living pretty much forever, and he's just tired and wants to die. And death is coming after Ellie, in which Deadpool actually seeks out to kill and kick Death's ass. And finally, Ellie's like, "Look, stop doing all this. Let's just make a neutrino bomb and die out together." And I'm like, "That's so epic and badass." They're like, "Let's make a neutrino bomb and kill ourselves." And then Deadpool's like, "All right, I'm okay with this." So kind of precursor as to what happens to Ellie.
Right. Well,
But yeah, she's supposed to be go being studied under Taskmaster's teaching her.
hmm
Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool
yeah,
that we get to see a little bit more Taskmaster, who I always thought he had the weirdest fucking name.
dude.
It's
Yeah.
Taskmaster. But then again, I mean, that's back in the day, when what's your name? Pyro. What's your name? Quake. I mean, people were
Yeah.
just named dumb shit they do.
Well, dude, I was just reading something the other day about the in the Marvel universe about the bar that has no
Oh yeah,
name, which in and of itself
is a
is the
name.
bar that has no name. Is the name of the
Yeah.
bar. And then some of the people, some of the villains that frequented it, and like some of these Marvel villains, I feel like this is the most fucking ridiculous names I have ever heard of. And it's old school, like 60s and 70s villains. I was just, whoa, dude, holy shit. Um, that that's just wild. But the naming conventions, I mean, look, there's only so many words in the human language, especially in the English language, that can be used for these things, and there's only so many Bobs we can have.
Yeah, no kidding.
Uh,
Oh man, I can't find it right now. Ah, man. Okay, I can't really find it right now, but there's a video. I'm gonna have to try and see if I can find and get the link for this video. Um, Back when the whole Omnibot Transformer takeover was going on, like there's this dude that made a list of the absolute worst names Transformers and I'm sorry, and GoBots, not Omnibots. I meant GoBots. The
Hmm.
worst names for like one of the guys. His name was like Erector.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have seen what he looked like. But yeah, no, there's absolutely dog shit names that's just inappropriate.
These. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a part, just like a little side thing here.
Yeah.
Speaking of Transformers, so I'm not a big Transformers guy. I've never been a big Transformers fan.
Uh,
I've had a few of the figures when I was little. I kind of remember the cartoon and stuff like that.
I was more into Beast Wars.
Oh, fuck, I couldn't stand Beast Wars. I hate the animation. Um,
I
and
was
same with
watching a lot
GI.
of Toonami at the time, so
And the same with like GI Joe. I never really. I watched it. I had a few figures and all that thing. So, um, I'm drawing a blank on the company that's doing it right now. But the guy from who created The Walking Dead
uh-huh.
is working with Hasbro, and they have a comic book series or like universe, the Energon universe,
Uh-huh.
and it is Transformers and GI Joe, and then their own created race of characters, and it's this big epic war spanning the universe that is diving into GI Joe lore, diving into Transformers lore, and this own
Hmm.
created lore of this own thing, and it is an amazing read. It is so good, and I'm like split now between like four different books, all congealing into the same story, and it's so good. It's making me a fan.
And and
Uh,
and I remember we talked about this a while back. Aren't we getting a movie based off of this?
Hasbro is trying to work on just a movie of Transformers and GI Joe. I
Yeah.
don't know if they're going to be involving the other comic line that's in this.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but yeah, they're still working on trying to get something done with that, especially while
Okay.
they still have Chris Hemsworth under contract.
Oh yeah.
So I'm guessing we're going to get him as Duke more than likely,
All right, that'd be cool.
right?
I'd down to see that.
And look, I think Transformers needs they need a reboot. They need a refresh. We've had so much ugly Michael Bay Transformers. I can go for something new.
You know, so I was excited about the Transformers movies when they came out,
Hmm.
and each one that came out after that, like it was one of those movies though that was there's so much happening at any given time. It's hard to actually focus
Yeah,
on it, and my ADHD ass over here is just like, what the fuck just happened? Rewind, rewind. Okay, I see that. All right,
yeah. It's
rewind.
big
There's just
mechanical mess over here, explosion over here,
yeah,
mechanical
yeah,
mess over here,
yeah. It's
joke,
an eight.
and yeah,
If you have ADHD, the Transformers movies was a fucking nightmare.
yeah,
Which for me it was, and
yeah.
I really wanted to see them do really cool stuff with the Autobots.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. There was something about it. I couldn't get behind all the films. I was real excited for it in the beginning, and that excitement dropped off after like the first couple of movies.
Yeah, same. It was the same with me
I
until I
haven't
watched Bumblebee. Bumblebee was
still to this day have not even seen Bumblebee or the last two or three movies maybe.
Bumblebee is Bumblebee is just like you got one Transformer,
Yeah, I remember
and
we've talked about this.
yeah, and that's enough, and that's
Hmm.
it. It gives you a good story, a good event, and it's just Bumblebee, and it's fine. It's really it is good. It's one of the better ones. Um, okay, let's
All
see.
right, I got some toys I want to talk about here. Unless you got something.
Ooh, yeah, let's talk toys. I'm always down to talk toys.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure the most of these were released. I know one of these was a San Diego Comic Con release. Have you seen the Marvel Legends series No Way Home Green Goblin helmet
I have seen that, and the Pumpkin Bomb.
and the Pumpkin Bomb? Correct, and the Pumpkin Bomb. Uh,
That came out of nowhere for me. I was like, whoa, when did that
it
happen?
came out of nowhere for me too. However, I'm actually really excited about this.
Yeah.
So, so okay, they say it's Spider-Man No Way Home.
Right.
right? Okay, but for me, this isn't Spider-Man: No Way Home.
No,
This
it's
was
Spider-Man,
to
Tobey Maguire.
this is Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man movie, with Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin,
Right.
because that's the same exact mask, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, this is like childhood nostalgia.
Oh yeah.
My uncle at the time, my uncle Vance, had built the Tinseltown in Houston,
Hmm.
and my uncle and my father got together, and the one of the very first movies that they viewed on that movie theater after it was built was Spider-Man, in
Nice.
which I got some lithographs signed by Greg and Tim Hildebrandt. I got a life-size standee, of Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, and I got a bunch of other stuff there, from the movie theater at the
Nice.
time. And Spider-Man, I grew up more with Spider-Man than X-Men. I love Spider-Man. So like to me, this is pretty awesome because we didn't get anything this cool when the first Spider-Man came out.
Oh no,
You
not at
know,
all.
I had the original toys, and they didn't do justice to what Marvel Legends is doing now. I will say that. They were
Uh,
cool. They were cool.
they
They
were
were
they
cool.
had the articulation, but I'm iffy on movie like focus like that kind of articulation in a more realistic looking character. I'm just kind of like turned
Yeah.
off on it.
Well, I mean, so keep in mind when Tobey Maguire came out and where
Oh
we're
sure,
at
yeah.
now in life.
Oh yeah.
Back then, I didn't care. It was Spider-Man. It looked
Oh no,
badass.
I
It
had
was
one too.
cool.
I had the one with
But
the, and I had the Mary Jane and like the red silk
yeah,
dress
yeah,
with the
yeah.
balcony that fell. I had that. I had those
And
figures.
now looking back on it, I like a lot of the retro toys, the retro brands that they come out with. The
Mhm.
Marvel Legend Retro series. That's
Mhm. Mhm.
mostly what
Mhm.
I have going on up here. Um, and the No Way Homes, the Spider-Man movies,
Mhm.
anything movie related. I don't have a single one of those in my collection right now.
Mhm.
Everything I have is based off the comics or it's
Mhm.
retro. I
Right.
don't care about the movies. I mean, I do. They're nice, but I don't want them in my collections.
Yeah, I know what the figures either.
This I would love to have in my collection.
See, I'm with you
This is
there
pure
because
nostalgia.
yeah, I've been toying around having like a helmet collection.
Uh huh.
Anybody who knows me, like really knows me, like I have this fascination with masks
Hmm.
in particular, like my luchador masks and stuff like that. So I love having a collection of masks.
And I'm right
And
there with you, dude.
right, and I have a stormtrooper helmet and that I picked up at a flea market, and I was like, oh man, I can start getting like the helmets and start a collection of like just big cosplay like pieces just to have
Hmm.
on a shelf. And when I saw that, I was just like, ooh, shit.
Yeah, and
That
and
might,
for me, this is just
yeah,
pure nostalgia.
yeah. That's a beautiful looking piece.
It really
Um,
is. And the pumpkin bomb. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie, that pumpkin bomb looks awesome. Oh, oh. By the way, I gotta show something off.
sure.
The missus got something for me and surprised me with it the other day.
Oh no, let me see.
I found this sitting in my chair.
What's that? Nice. You got the hobgoblin.
Yup, I got
I
the
need him.
hobgoblin.
I need
Okay,
that one.
I want to point something out to you though,
Yeah.
because Marvel Legends has a tendency of doing this. Can you
What?
see that?
What? His purse?
Yeah.
What about it?
Look familiar?
It's a satchel.
Okay. Do you have the All Hallows Eve model yet?
No, is it the same bag?
It's the exact same bag.
Oh, they're gonna reuse fucking dude. That's gonna be the same purse that Mary Jane has too.
Yeah.
It's they're gonna reuse as much as they can for added quality. For yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Well,
it's
different
the same
colors.
bag.
It's different colors, huh?
It's damn no, but if you look at it even on the straps,
Yeah,
they're the same bag. I've already compared them.
that's awesome. I'm sorry, that's awesome. Oh look, they're both orange hooded characters too.
And both of their orange hoods, they're their exact same colors, which I'm okay with. And it actually made me come up with the realization which it took into my 40s to, I guess, not necessarily realize this, but to question it. Why why are so many of Spider-Man's enemies like Halloween themed?
I don't. Wait, hold on. Goblin, the Goblin, Hobgoblin.
Demo
Okay,
Goblin.
okay, the goblins. They're all goblins. Okay,
Okay. They
that's
look
more
kind
D
of
and D
they
themed,
look,
but
yeah, but they look kind of scary Halloweeny characters.
yeah,
Okay.
right.
Okay. Literally, what's her name?
All Hallows Eve,
Okay.
and then
What
you
does
got
she do? What's her power?
Tombstone,
Tombstone.
and then you got
Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, there's so many different things
yeah.
going on in
But then
this
you got
world.
like
Man
Stilt
Bat,
Man, and you got
Spot,
huh?
the Spot.
The Spot. Yeah,
I mean, no, I get
he
that. I
has
get
such
that.
a big wide like
But but
rose
but there's
gallery.
but there's a lot of them. The a Goblin Queen.
X-Men, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, but X-Men created Chasm and Hallows Eve. Well, okay, she created Hallows Eve, but still,
All right.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, there's a lot of Halloween themed villains here. All
Well,
right,
then enjoy it.
I mean, I do
Let's
enjoy
not
it. It's just
complain.
all right. So moving on, San Diego Comic Con.
Mhm.
NECA revealed a couple new figures at Comic Con this past weekend, featuring Ash Williams and Cheryl Williams from Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead.
I saw that. Is that Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2?
That should be Evil Dead.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
It's
Now NECA's
so
already put out an Ash figure. So is this one going to be like a 2-pack?
I think it is. I don't have that confirmed. Let's see. I'm not seeing whether or not it's a 2-pack or not. I've got a paragraph of information on it. That's it.
Okay.
But it does look really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl Williams as a Deadite, and Ash with his axe
Right.
looks pretty badass. And continuing right along with some toys. Remember a while back I mentioned the Hot Toys Deadpool. That
Yeah.
was heavily articulated, looked really cool. All right. Well, from that we also have Lady Pool.
All right.
Um, and we also have Wolverine. Now,
These are updated
from the movie.
from the movie.
Now, the Wolverine, I picture being a lot more expensive because Wolverine has a silicone outer body,
Holy shit.
which is fully articulated and
Yeah.
can move. So there's no seams, no nothing. Just you get the full silicone body there.
No suit. So he's shirtless.
He's shirtless. Well, he has a TVA jacket that you can put on him. That looks so stupid. Look at that. But
That's crazy.
the detail on the silicone body,
That's wild. Look at those wounds.
yeah, it's pretty insane, man. It's pretty insane. And then
God, I'm
there's Lady
so glad I
Pool,
don't have a lot of money.
and then there's Lady Pool, just like the Deadpool one with the different changeable eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh,
different.
Headpool.
Yep, she does come with head pull.
I think her Marvel Legend came with Headpool too.
That one I don't know. I would like to get the Marvel Legends.
I'm sure she's worth a fucking mint now.
Oh yeah. The original Deadpool is already up to like $90, which I saw somebody selling. But you can get the 2-pack for 100, so I don't see why people would buy that.
Which original one?
Uh, uh,
The retro, the one that came with the Juggernaut build figure piece.
I'm
He's
not
had
sure.
he's had a few.
Yeah, he definitely. The only one of those I'm actually interested in getting is X-Force because I would love to get the entire X-Force.
Oh, the black and gray one.
Yeah, I would
Oh
like to
yeah,
get. I would like to get the entire X-Force series.
oof. Good luck with who is it? John Proudstar. That one's gonna
Yeah.
be.
a lot of them are going to be hard.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. If there's okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick.
Okay.
Since we're still on the subject of toys, this isn't newsworthy, but since we're on the
Right.
subject of toys, if there's any group from X-Men, Marvel in general, okay?
Hmm.
If Marvel Legends says, "Hey, what series would you like to see, or what group of villains or good guys or whatever would you like to see as a toy line? What would you like to see?"
In Marvel that we
Yep.
haven't had yet.
Yep.
Mm. I would like to see. Gosh. Let's see, we've got the New Mutant. See, it was hard for me because I'm like heavy on the X-Men. It's like
Yeah.
we've already got the New Mutants. I would
Mine
like to see a
actually
full
comes from
on.
X-Men.
I would like to see a full on Generation X.
Ooh, that's a
So,
good one.
and we've gotten two really good ones. We got Monet, and we've gotten Chamber from Generation X.
I've only
So
seen one chamber, and I think there's the. Didn't they come out with a skin?
that was pre Legends.
Okay, okay, that was pre-Legends.
Yeah. Um, and we've gotten a few Jubilees. So I would like to see Generation X. I think that would
I'm
be
with,
fun just to
I'm
see
with you
those
there.
characters.
I'm with you there. I really enjoyed Generation X.
Hmm.
And again, the one that you did list off is one of my favorites from Generation X. Chamber. Chamber
Yeah,
was a badass,
dude, his
and
figure is
I
awesome.
feel, but he was one of those people that I was sympathetic for, and I feel
Oh
sorry for
yeah,
this guy every time he activates his power and everything. Like, ugh.
yeah. He's one of those that is I have the same feelings for Chamber as I do for Zorn and Zorn. Um, who those are the two brothers. One has a black hole for a head, and the other one has a star for a head,
Hmm.
and they're like forever like imprisoned in their own head.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and like Chamber, he's like he can never eat, he can never kiss, he can never, and it's the same thing with Zorn and Zorn. Um, so I don't know. So, and then they have, and like the Zorns have these awesome masks, which I totally loved anyway. Um, so yeah, Generation X. What about you? What team would you like to see?
I just want to see if you can guess this. Okay. All right.
Okay,
Hold on. I'll give you
okay,
some clues.
okay. Thank you.
Um, Bad guys. So
Okay,
we're going villains here.
okay,
Um, we're going Age of Apocalypse,
okay.
led
The
by
the
what's
Four
that?
Horsemen. The Four Horsemen.
No, no. Led by Weapon X.
Okay, I have no clue.
Black Legion.
Black Legion. That I'm not familiar. Who's in the Black Legion?
So Black Legion was a culmination of various different people. We had Grim Chamber, White Cloak, Zombie Sentry, Iron Ghost, Orange Hulk, Beta Red, and the Amphibian, and also the Blob.
The Blob is the only one I'm familiar with. Holy crap.
So yeah, so Iron Ghost was Ghost Rider mixed with Iron Man. Uh, um,
So did Tony Stark get the the Spirit of Vengeance?
yes, he did.
Okay.
We get Sentry as a zombie.
Yeah.
Beta Red, which I don't remember who he's a combination of, but he's a combination of somebody else and Omega Red.
Probably Beta Ray
Uh,
Bill.
Orange Hulk, who has these like fucking awesome fire cosmic powers. Um, but yeah, dude, you get a chance to you should check it out.
Okay, I will.
You should check it out. It was real wild, real out there. Um, it didn't last for very long.
No.
Obviously, I mean, it was a very small portion of it.
Right.
And even in these groups that we're in on Facebook, where we see people doing their own little things and custom jobs with the
Hmm.
toys, I keep waiting to see somebody do something from Black Legion. The easiest would be Blob because he's just Blob and he's got tattoos,
Right.
or Orange Hulk because he's orange.
Well, dude, why don't you do it? You've got the paint, you've got the hobby skills, with your Warhammer stuff, man. Like, why don't you like buy some pieces and put something together yourself?
I would like to do that
You can
if I get to the point where I can't find anybody that can do that.
dude,
I
you
might
can, man.
actually
Like,
do
get
that.
on eBay. You can buy. I'm forgetting what the word is.
Oh,
But
and then there's Demon
people
Octopus
people
or D.
sell like just bodies or just body parts. You
Oh,
can
I've
get
seen them.
all the parts you need, dude, and put something
Um,
together yourself. Do a kit bash.
so remember how we were talking about Chamber just now?
Hmm. Hmm.
One of the characters in Black Legion is also Grim Chamber.
Okay, so Grim Reaper Chamber. No, what?
It's the Thing.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's the Thing mixed with Chamber.
weird.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty badass. And then you've got Demon Ock, which is some weird creepy demon thing mixed with Doctor Octopus. He looks more insectoid than anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, it's some pretty cool shit there with Black Legion.
I'll check it out. I'll check it
Yeah,
out. I'll do that.
and
And then else to
they
do.
were led by Weapon X.
And it's just straight up Wolverine.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
I mean, it's Wolverine from Age of Apocalypse with Stumpy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's Age of Apocalypse. Yeah, no, it was Age of Apocalypse was a really weird scene that I really got into, and I liked it.
I didn't read. My closest thing I had with Asian Apocalypse was those 2 episodes of the animated series. Um,
You didn't like the fabulous Cyclops with the super long hair?
bro, like that Cyclops is the only reason I never picked up the Age of Apocalypse series of
Yeah,
Marvel Legends. Like, cause
yeah.
I kind of want that Cyclops, not a Cyclops, that
Uh-huh.
Colossus, but not if I have
The
to get that
the
Cyclops.
Colossus with the bandana was badass.
Yeah,
And then we had Sabretooth with Wild Child,
yeah,
the that creepy little yeah, which Marvel Legends actually made,
yeah.
which was cool to see. But the Age of Apocalypse series was by far what the Age of Apocalypse and Onslaught, two of my favorite series.
Dude,
Yeah.
you should check out the Onslaught figure for Legends. That was a build a figure.
I
That one's
saw it. I
fantastic.
saw it. It wasn't the Onslaught that I liked. That was the more alien-esque version, and not the original version that I liked.
Okay.
But I did see it, and I was like, man, that's cool, but it's just like, eh. It's kind of like when they remade Death's Head.
Right.
Didn't care about it, but since we're talking about San Diego Comic Con and Death's Head,
Mm-hmm.
that's a new toy that was released at San Diego Comic Con too.
So the quote unquote San Diego Comic Con exclusive Death's Head
Hmm.
Marvel Legends. I think is badass looking. I have no knowledge of that character at all. He's a bounty hunter
He's a
cop.
bounty hunter robot who's been rebuilt a couple of times, which is why we got the second version of him. His helper Sprat put him back together after he was reconfigured, and then we got the second version of him.
But
But yeah,
Death's Head
he's a
2,
bounty.
which
Yeah,
we've had that legend for a while.
we have had that legend for a while, and the only the only one that we have had of the original one was one of the 3.75 figures.
The Marvel, what were those
Yeah,
called?
the ones that are just under 4 inches. We've
Yeah,
had one of those of Death Head, but we've never had original Death's Head. So San Diego Comic Con has released a Death's Head Marvel Legends figurine, in which the box of it is the original art from the 1991,
collector's card, right?
1991 or 1994, I'm not sure.
I want to say that was
Original
the part of the
cops.
1990 cards.
I want to say two because it wasn't Fleer Marvel or anything like that.
anyway, it's a gorgeous looking box. It's a gorgeous looking figure,
Hmm.
and I'm so glad you were able to get that one.
I was able to pre-order it. Pulse, for those listening, as of right now, it is Tuesday. We're gonna post this tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. As of tonight, Pulse Hasbro currently has them back in stock.
Really
Uh, yes, they do, and I think Big Bad Toy Store also has it in stock.
nice. I didn't check
Uh,
Entertainment Earth to see where they were with those,
Entertainment
but
Earth isn't something I'm very familiar with.
hmm.
You're more familiar with a lot of the fan favorite sites than I am outside of Pulse.
I do a lot of dream shopping on those pages.
I do a lot of dream shopping. My Amazon card is ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, mine too, dude. Mine too. Dude, I just did a dream shopping on Ringside Collectibles and just AEW figures that they had in stock and some
Yeah.
WWE figures that they had in stock. That's $1,700. I was like, I gotta stop. Figure out something else to do.
So I do want to add that
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that we're kind of avoiding talking about here is Deadpool Wolverine. And the reason for that is because I'm sure if you listen to our show, you've probably already seen it,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been seeing nothing but Deadpool Wolverine shit for the past weeks.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna give
Uh,
you more.
so yeah, so we're gonna give you a whole fucking episode about it. Later on this week sometime, or
Sure.
no, next week. Next week we're gonna film it this week, but it'll probably come out next week.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Like I said, we're a little behind because I got sick last week, and I was just like, not gonna do it. Can't do it.
Well,
Can't do it.
okay, man. It's okay. Let's see. Some news that also came out of, I think this one came out of Comic Con this weekend.
Hmm.
Star Wars Skeleton Crew has secured a release date of December of 2024. And this is going to be starring Jude Law as a former Jedi named Jod Nawood.
What about it? What?
So basically, he's going to be another Jedi that survived Order 66.
Jude Law.
Jude Law, Jedi.
Okay.
And the show itself, they showed some teasers of it, and it looks like it's got a like ET type of vibe to it. It's or Goonies and ET and Star Wars kind of vibe to it. So it's basically some kids that were like slaves on a planet or escaped the planet, and it's got a Star Wars or Star Trek Prodigy kind of vibe to it too. So it's basically Jude Law as a Jedi looking over these kids that are trying to get home.
I'm actually real intrigued to see Jude Law as a Jedi.
I don't know if I am too. I'm like,
I don't know.
and I
I
think
like.
this is going to be. This is. I want to have a longer discussion with you
Uh
about Star Wars in regards to how many fucking Jedi survived Order 66.
huh. I mean,
Because
technically, everybody that wasn't there.
everybody, like, I mean, it's just like,
Okay, so what was a Order 60 execute Order 66?
right,
That was the command to kill off all the Jedi,
right.
including all the Jedi children.
That was the whole Manchurian Candidate kind of implement that they had, that the clone troopers had, unless they got rid of the chip. But it's like, oh, they, I don't know.
So
It's
they
just
can only kill all the Jedi who is currently around them at the time.
yes, but they still, if they see a Jedi or meet another Jedi after the
Hmm.
order, they're still gonna be compelled to kill them.
Yeah, but you've probably got Jedi that are way off planets I'm on such and such planet doing training from Biktu Takala. Like, that's canon now.
Right. So what? No, it's just
So
with this
like
many
it's
Jedi.
it's that easy to just say that
Why was it left to Luke to create the new Jedi Academy?
because they got fucking lazy. I don't know. I mean, was that shit even canon anymore?
Yes.
we already got freaking people that are in new shows hundreds of years ago. I'm just saying. They've done fucked up the timeline so much, they're just pulling shit out their ass.
I know. It's just like, how many Jedi survived Order 66? I was just like, well, why didn't they raise up even more in the rebellion?
I don't
Like,
know.
why weren't there more Jedi's involved in the rebellion?
I don't know. The Jedi's the bad guys, in my opinion.
It's like the Catholic Church.
Hey, anybody that tells you to harness and never give in to your emotions whatsoever, including love or anything else, those are usually the bad guys. What the hell was that? Did you just strain yourself? Like are you
no,
okay?
it was my chair.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it didn't come from no chair neither.
It was my butt. It did come from my butt. And my butt chair. Let's see what else. Kevin Smith came out and he
He's
announced.
gay?
Well, no. Um, that the next movie that he'll have in production is a new Jay and Silent Bob Star Wars. So he's going to make a new Jay and Silent Bob movie based on Jay and Silent Bob's having their own dispensary,
Uh-huh.
and they're going to be like competing with another dispensary for like it's Clerks, but with a dispensary in Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay.
So let the shenanigans happen.
I just want Dogma 2.
Let's get Dogma on DVD first in Region 1, and then we'll worry about a sequel.
I'm just saying. Jay and Silent Bob have had a lot. I want another Dogma.
Oh, that reminds me. So remember I showed you that I found a copy of Dogma on DVD?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's an Australian release DVD that was imported in.
Please tell me it's dubbed with like Australian people.
Well, no, I haven't watched it yet. But Kevin Smith himself came out on social media. So he was just like, "Look, guys, we still can't get it, but you can still get it from Australia." So for some reason, it's available in Australia.
I would love to hear that dubbed in Australian voices. Oh, Jesus.
Let's see. Oh, and the last bit of news I have, Squid Games season 2 on Netflix is going to come out.
Yes! How did I forget that?
Christmas, December 26th. Season 2 of Squid Games. So while you're home enjoying your new toys,
that's 3 days before my birthday.
Pop on. No.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good birthday present, man. Hopefully you can watch it all before your birthday. And they also announced that season 3 is going to be the final season, and that's going to come out in 2025.
Well, at least they're acknowledging, hey, there's going to be season 3.
Right. So they are planned. So now we're going to have a complete arc. I love Squid Games too. Did you watch the competition series?
I did.
I loved it. I thought it was so good.
I thought it was great. I love that the little things that would splatter and they would be out and everything. I'm like, that's funny. That was a real quirky little way of going about it. But no, they did a great job.
Oh yeah, so hopefully
they did a great job.
With this new season 2 coming out, we'll get another season 2 of the Squid Games.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So,
Squid Games was an amazing show.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. Like, they did a badass job, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was an amazing show. I guess it's part of this like South Korean TV show renaissance that we're getting on Netflix. There was just so much interesting stuff coming out of there.
Like we had Sweet Home. I don't know if you saw Sweet Home. Sweet Home, Squid Games, and then there was another one that came out too. There was a zombie one about kids in a high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what that one was called. Everybody's Dead or something.
Never forward watching that one.
And then there's a really good one, Alice and Borderlands.
Alice in Borderlands. Yeah.
Alice in Borderlands. That one was amazing.
Yeah.
They did such a great job in that one.
And that one came out. God, that was pre-pandemic.
That came out a while ago. Yeah, that came out a while ago. But they've come out with a lot of them, and yeah, we got to enjoy watching dubbed over movies, which kind of affected us for a little bit.
Yeah.
After watching several Oriental movies that were dubbed or subtitled or something, anytime we watched a movie that had like an Oriental character that would start talking, we would immediately start expecting their voice to be kind of like dubbed over or look for the subtitles because our mind's still thinking
Right.
that we're watching a dubbed over show. I'm like, oh wow, we're racist.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but no, that's good shit, man. I can't believe
So
I forgot about that.
it's okay. So we had no. I didn't do any celebrity deaths or celebrity birthdays this week. I just didn't want to put that together. But I think this is all the news that we have for this week.
Hmm.
Um,
You got me thinking about Celebrity Deathmatch now.
oh,
God, it was such a great show.
oh my god.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Another day.
Another day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Please join us on all of our social media platforms. OATFTG everywhere that on X, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook,
The Book of Faces. Yep.
OZ, and the Freak Talk Geek. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We sure do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, follow, ask us any questions, give us any show ideas that you would like to hear us talk about. We sure would appreciate it. And that's all we have for this week. And I'm
Yeah.
OZ.
And I'm the Freak. And we've been talking geek this week in Geek. Okay, bye.